The nervous system. It regulates the activities of the other body system, enables us to detect and respond to stimuli. When we say stimuli, these are changes that occur within the body or outside the environment. It works with the endocrine system. Our nervous system works with the endocrine system. There are two main divisions of the nervous system. We have central nervous system or CNS and peripheral nervous system or PNS. The CNS includes the brain and spinal cord, PNS sensory receptors and the nerves, communication lines to and from the CNS. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves link the brain, 31 pairs of spinal nerves link the spinal cord with the sensory receptors and with other parts of the body. So these are the example of the cranial nerves. So again, for the peripheral nervous system, the organ peripherally located, there are two kinds of nerves. We have cranial nerves originate from brain, spinal nerves originate from spinal cord. The nerves continually inform the CNS of changing conditions. The nerves then transmit CNS decisions to muscles and glands to maintain balance. So again, the nervous system consists of the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Under the CNS, our brain and spinal cord. Under the peripheral nervous system, we have the somatic and then the autonomic. And under the autonomic, we have sympathetic and parasympathetic. For the somatic, the sensory receptors and nerves concerned with the changes in the outside environment. And for the autonomic, regulates the internal environment. Both systems have afferent nerves or sensory nerves, which transmit messages from receptors to the CNS, and efferent nerves or motor nerves, which transmit information back to CNS. Afferent and efferent neurons. The efferent neurons gather sensory information for the body. The efferent neurons send output from the central nervous system to the body. The efferent neurons can be further divided into a somatic and autonomic nervous system. The somatic consists of motor neurons, which excites skeletal muscle, autonomic nervous system, which excites involuntary muscles, such as in the stomach. We have here the examples of the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Under peripheral nervous system, we have sensory, afferent, and motor or efferent. And under efferent or motor, we have somatic, which is voluntary, and we have autonomic, which is involuntary. And under autonomic, we have sympathetic or action go, parasympathetic stop. So the neurons are highly specialized to receive and transmit electrical and chemical signals. The electrical signals are called neural impulses or action potentials. The neuron is distinguished by its long processes, which are thread-like extensions of cytoplasm. Cell body, nucleus, and organelles. Dendrites are highly branched fibers that extend from the cell body and specialized to receive neural impulses and transmit them to the cell body. The axon, which transmit neural messages from the cell body toward another neuron. It may give off collateral branches. And the distal end axon divides forming terminal branches that end in synaptic terminals. And the synaptic terminals release neurotransmitters. Axons of PNS have two cover sheaths. We have myelin sheath, which is the inner one, the neurolemma, which is the outer. This is important in growth of neurons and in repair of injured neurons. Myelin, a white fatty substance, is an excellent insulator that speeds the conduction of nerve impulses. Is responsible for the white color of the white matter of the brain. When we say multiple sclerosis, there is damage in myelin sheath that interferes with the transmission of impulses, and the victim experiences loss of coordination, tremor, and partial or complete paralysis of parts of the body. The glial cells, 75% of the cells in CNS, then they protect and support neurons. They communicate with one another and with neurons. and carry out major regulatory functions. So there are four types of glial cells. We have astrocytes, important in memory and learning. This is star-shaped. And another one is oligodendrocytes, which form the insulating myelin sheets around neuron in the CNS. Number three is ependymal, which line cavities in the CNS. Number four is microglia. They remove bacteria and cell debris by phagocytosis. The nerve is a large bundle of axons wrapped in connective tissue. The cell bodies attached to the axons of a nerve are often grouped together in a mass known as ganglion. Many ganglion are located just outside the spinal cord. Within the CNS, bundles of axons are not usually called nerves but as tracts or pathways. Masses of cell bodies in the CNS are referred to as nuclei rather than ganglia.